Both Oral-B and Sonicare are guilty of producing an unnecessary number of different toothbrushes that fall under the IO and DiamondClean family of brushes. It makes trying to pick a brush far more difficult than it needs to be. Most importantly, either, used correctly, provide a great clean of the teeth that your dentist or hygienist will pat you on the back for at your next checkup. Yes, both brands will cite research that suggests theirs is better for X, Y and Z reasons. But in the real world there is little between them. Having gone hands-on with all the different models, considering their features and price points, my top picks are as follows. The Oral-B IO Series 6 is the best overall brush. To me, it feels like the perfect balance between features and price with no significant compromises. After each use, my teeth feel wonderfully clean, and because the round brush head is smaller, it is easier to move into the tightest spaces in the mouth. You're getting many premium features that make daily use more enjoyable, and the real-time tracking is not much worse than the Sonicare 9900 Prestige, which costs almost twice as much. If you prefer to have all the features and want the absolute best, I do think the Prestige is the brush to go for. It looks and feels better in hand, and the charging travel case is wonderfully compact. You just need deep pockets to afford it. The reality is you don't need all the tech and extras most of these brushes offer. The Oral-B IO3 cleans the teeth just as well for a lot less money. It's the best for those on a budget and a more sensible option to buy. But John, how does the IO7 compare to the DiamondClean 9000 or the IO5 to the 9700, I hear you ask? On screen now is a table that shows what DiamondClean brush I consider to be equivalent to each IO series handle. Whilst each brush might have something that works better or worse than the other, they are ultimately very similar. In just a couple of moments, I'm going to cover a few key elements of the brushes, such as design, cleaning modes and battery life, to give you a better idea of which to pick and why. But first, the IO and DiamondClean brushes are more premium models from each brand. Both make cheaper brushes that clean the teeth comparably. The Sonicare 3100 series and the Oral-B Pro 33500 are my top picks for those in the UK and Central Europe, whilst the Sonicare 4100 series and the Oral-B Smart 1500 are my top choices for those in the USA. All have the three features our dentists believe should be present in an electric toothbrush: a 2-minute timer, a pacer and a pressure sensor. The main downside of these other options is that they lack the additional features that might enhance your daily usability of the brush. You could save hundreds of pounds or dollars by opting for one of these instead. But you might be set on one of these more premium models already, so I'll give you a brief overview of which I think is better in several different areas. Design. Sonicare brushes look and feel better in my opinion. Oral-B has improved its brushes considerably with the IO series, but Sonicare design is more thoughtful to different users. For example, the vibration and beeping patterns that the handles emit work for those who lack sight or are hard of hearing. You don't get this same depth of design with the Oral-B IO models in my experience. Cleaning modes. Oral-B has more, but both have the modes I'd recommend most: a standard clean and a more gentle mode such as sensitive. Bluetooth and technology. The IO's tracking is better on the most premium IO 9 and 10 models, as they track 16 rather than 6 zones of their more affordable handles. Sonicare models track no more than 12 zones, excluding the biting surfaces. Travel cases. Sonicare's travel cases are more compact and user-friendly, with detachable or built-in USB cables for charging in the case. Oral-B's are durable, but little thought has been given to the executive or regular traveller with the need to carry a bulky proprietary power adapter to charge the IO 9 and 10 in the case. Battery life. Sonicare brushes outperform Oral-B by quite some margin. Where an IO will run out of power around 14 days, most Sonicare models last 21 days or more. Oral-B need to up their game in this area, but do have the advantage with the IO 7, 8, 9 and 10 of being able to charge the battery to full again in just 3 hours if you particularly need such rapid charging. Sonicare has better voltage support, making them a more suitable choice for international travellers. Touching on a few other elements, both models produce similar decibel readings when in use. There is some variety subject to specific models and modes. The Sonicare brushes do produce a more pleasant audible hum, to me at least, while Oral-B's has a more mechanical sound. Sonicare brushes power off automatically at the end of a brushing cycle, whereas Oral-B brushes require you to turn them off. I like the very obvious power off Sonicare offers, but at times it's nice to brush for longer without having to power it back on. Neither are deal breakers. In terms of size and weight, there is very little between them. The IOs have a slightly more circular shape, whereas the Sonicare handles are slightly squarer, which can help with grip. So then to price. As a general rule, the Oral-B brushes are better value and cheaper to own, but it does depend on the model you are looking at or comparing. For example, the IO3 has a retail price of $80 compared to the $200 of the DiamondClean 9000. However, at the top of the range, the IO10 is $400 like the Prestige 9900. I'm confident this video will have helped you pick a brush. Links to buy my top choices are available in the description below. If you want more help choosing, then do take a look at the accompanying written article or leave a comment below and I will do my best to assist.